guys, welcome to the first video in the series. So let me go over a little bit what today is about. Today is going to focus mostly on women. Now men, if you're runners or you have tight hips, you need to do this along with us. But here's the thing. Women, we have this wonderful trait where everything, stress, tension, anger, emotion that's negative, guess where we carry it? And I know you're thinking, my belly or my back, because they are wicked, kind of rounder first. No, your hips. We carry all of our emotional tension in our hips, which is why that area is actually affected. You see that actually come through. That is that emotional weight. Your hormones are off. You're upset. It represents in that area. So today, what we're going to focus on is a few hip opening exercises. We're going to work on both the inner and the outer hip. Now, hold these as long as you would like. I recommend at least 30 seconds per pose. I'm going to zip through them a little bit, and then we're going to have a nice little intro chat and a little talk, and I think you're going to love it. So to get started, I need to have y'all in the right headspace. I want you to rub your palms together. Begin to feel some friction, some heat. Now, if you are in the mood to receive, you want your palms up. If you don't, you want to ground, palms down. Me, I'm a palms down type of person today. Changes every day, you never know. Now, do me a favor and close your eyes and just listen to my instruction here. I need you to inhale for 2 breaths through your nose. Exhale for 2. Now I want you to do this 3 times, and then we're going to move to inhale 2, exhale 3. If you can go longer than 2, that's fine. Inhale 3, exhale 4, inhale 4, exhale 5, wherever you are at. The important part to this is you exhale longer than you inhale. When you do that, you're going to expel more air out of your body, allowing you to take a deeper inhale each time. And when you're doing this, I want you to think when you're inhaling, all good thoughts. Inhale all positive things that have happened to you today, things that you're seeing going right in your life, a good thing that you witnessed. And I want you to exhale any negative beliefs about yourself, any negative beliefs about what you saw today, any judgments, any upset, that bad driver who cut you off. Maybe your husband isn't the love of your life at the moment. Everything happens. Just exhale out any negativity. So sit with me while we do this. Now remember to keep your shoulders back, head up, your chin should be parallel to your floor. This is your safe space. Adjust as you need to, make yourself comfortable. Now I want you to begin envisioning in your mind's eye a red glowing light, a ball of red glowing light. And I want you to move that ball in your mind's eye down to where your sacrum, your tailbone, connects to the floor. And I want you to think about that ball grounding you, connecting you. That is your root chakra. It's strong. It's ready for what we're about to do. Imagine that ball becoming a long stem of roots, a system of roots, plowing from where you were sitting deep into the earth. And I want you to think about those roots just shooting every bad moment, bad thought, negative energy out and into the earth. The earth can take that for you. It's okay. Let it go and you are safe. And anytime during this series, I want you to actually reconnect to that red light. If you feel like you're hurting or you're getting scared or any tension, I want you to come back to that breath in through the nose, exhale extra through the mouth. And think about that red light, that grounding presence that you feel. Trust me, it will help. Now, for the first pose, it's called Hold the Baby. So, you're going to start cross-legged like this. Now, start with your right, your left, whichever you're more comfortable with. I recommend your dominant. For me, that's my right. So it's going to look like your left. You're going to sit with this leg crossed. Position this leg here. Now, hey, if you are feeling this, stay here. If you're a little bit more limber, you're not feeling anything yet, you're going to pick your leg up and you're going to hold it like this. Now, where you should feel the light tension, I want you to keep that foot active. You should feel tension throughout here. Now, if you want to hold it like this, if you want to hold under, wherever you are comfortable. But I want you to think about getting that knee back and over. And just hold here. Now you're going to gently release, bring your leg down. And as you notice, I kept us through 3 breaths. Like I said, please feel free to hold these longer. You can pause the video, watch it through once, repeat, whatever you would like to do. And we're going to switch sides. Same thing, I want you to think about getting that leg here. You're going to hold up, activate your foot, think about getting that knee over and back. And you're going to notice one side's going to be tighter than the other. Now, and notice I just corrected myself too. Spine straight, ladies. Beautiful. Next, we're going to do a seated pigeon pose. So some of you may know this more as a seated forward pose. So you're gonna sit nice on that bum, knees bent. You're gonna lift your dominant leg, for me that's right. Flip over, and then you're gonna bring this leg in. I want you to take your hands behind you and push yourself towards your legs. Once you're in the pose, begin your deep breaths. I want you to breathe into those points of tension. Keep in mind, you should never hurt, but you should feel tension here. And release. And since yoga is all about balance, let's do our other side. Now remember, push yourself into that leg. Every side's going to be different. You're going to find yourself less flexible on some sides. That's normal. Do not stress out. Do not worry. Do not push yourself to be as equally flexible. Just relax and enjoy. Beautiful, ladies. Our next pose is going to be butterfly. So you're going to bring the balls of your feet together, your heels together. I like to ground my toes. Keep your spine straight, and you're going to push your knees down. Begin to feel in those hips. Now, some people are more comfortable doing what we did in the other. Push yourself up. I prefer this. This is great for releasing negative energy. Now, as you'll notice, I have been working on a lot of tension and stress, so my knees are almost to the ground. Some of y'all are gonna be up here. That's fine, that's okay. Do not worry. Everybody is somewhere different. I have bowl poses. I'll tell you right now, mine's lotus. My hips, I'm still too tight for lotus. But that's okay, because I'm gonna get there. Ah, beautiful. Next, we're gonna do double pigeon. So, and this sounds fun, right? Now, if you're not able to do double pigeon, I want you to do easy cross-legged seat. And let me get back a little bit so you have a better view of what my legs are about to do. Okay, so one leg here, foot on top of knee, okay? Other foot right below me. Take your time, adjust to where you get comfortable. And here, put your hands in front of you and just walk to wherever you're comfortable. Some of you ladies, you're gonna be able to just plop that head straight down onto the floor. Go for it. You're gonna be awesome. Beautiful. Now this is a really good yin yoga pose as well. So if you want to hold this for like 3 minutes, you're capable of it. You're really going to get that fascia going. You're really going to see a difference in flexibility fast. Like I said, this is a video, so I'm getting through it a little bit quicker. Now, other side. And like I said, don't be afraid to take your time to get into each pose. Find where is that perfect amount of tension versus that discomfort, because you do not want to be hurt. You want to feel a good amount of tension. That's your body changing. It's letting you know, I feel this, stop here and hold. Yes, yeah, I automatically go down a little bit more on this side. You can tell my flexible side. Now, our next is going to be twisted double pigeon. So we're going to just stay on this side. But I want to take a note here. Your hips should be on the ground. Wiggle. If they are not, I highly suggest you take a blanket or like a small pillow, and you can make it as flat or as thick as you need and slide it under your hip so that you are stable. So for twisted pigeon, we are just gonna take a nice little twist and feel that. Try to get to your knee if you can. If you can't, that's fine. Keep your palms activated, pressed into each other. Oh, I know everybody felt that. And that's good. That's your body changing. It's your body thanking you, believe it or not. Now, and like I said, let me show you the cross-legged. If you're not comfortable like that, simply sit cross-legged. That is fine. This takes some knee work. And same thing, keep those palms pushing against each other and twist. Always come back to that breath. And beautiful. Now, so you notice a lot of these are called pigeon. So we have a real pigeon coming up, just a normal pigeon. For myself, like I said, my hips, I roll in this, and that's perfectly fine if you do not worry about that. Take that blanket, block, whatever you have, push it on the floor. Now, a couple different ways to come into pigeon. The favorite is from down dog, which is what I'm going to show. So, start on your hands and knees. Put your toes under, and you're going to hop into a down dog. And if this feels exceptionally good, just stay here for a second. You're going to lift your right leg up. Bend it as you come through. And you're going to get that heel as close to the wrist as possible. If you have to bend behind, that's fine. And today my blanket needs to be a little bit thicker. The important part is your hips are even and square. You do not want your hips to roll. That is going to prevent you from getting the full benefit of the exercise. Now from here, wherever you're at, I just want you to gently lower to the ground. If you can, look up, stretch out a little bit further. And gently walk yourselves up. It's going to be the same thing, other side. Now you may find one side you need the support, one side you don't. Every day is going to be different. And you're going to start hands and knees. Pop your toes under. Downward dog. Stretch it out for a second, because I guarantee you your legs are going, what the hey? And same thing, other side. Pop that back leg up. Bring it through, knee to nose, and down you go. There we go. So from here, same thing. I want you to think about, if possible, getting that heel in line with the wrist. If you're like me, you're a little bit tighter. It's gonna be a little bit more angled towards your hip. Nothing wrong with that, as long as those hips are in line. Now I want you to think about lengthening, not just folding over. So walk yourself out and breathe. And gently walk yourselves back up. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Now we're going to do 2 stretches for the insides of the hips. I highly recommend you either fold your mat or use a blanket for the next stretch, because it's going to be a little bit hard on the knees. What you're going to do, you're going to get your knees as wide as possible, as wide as you're comfortable. You're going to keep your toes pointed out towards the wall in front of you so that your feet are the wall behind you. This is called the frog. And you're just going to go down like you're trying to get into the splits as far as you can go. Now I want you to keep thinking about pushing back into those legs and those hips. Do not come forward. I know a lot of people have a love-hate relationship with this one. I do too. If you're a runner though, this is really great for you. And also the more you hate it, the more you need it. Now, to safely come from this one, you're gonna come forward. Slide forward, straighten out your legs, and come back. Now for our next one, I'm gonna show it to you from the side. It's called Happy Baby. You will not need a blanket for this one. So this is a fun one. So you lay on your back. You're gonna pop your knees towards your shoulders. Keep those toes activated. You're gonna grab on the insides of your feet and you're gonna push those knees into your shoulders in the back. If you want, you can rock it out a little bit. If you don't want to rock, just focus on keeping those pushed. If you're a creative person, like a writer, by the way, this is a really good pose for releasing creative energy. And bring your feet together. Control yourself as you sit up. And beautiful. So those are the last of the poses in the series. So now you get to do the fun part. So I want you to either lie down or get in a very comfortable seated position. For myself, for this, I personally love my meditation cushion. And we're gonna take a couple minutes here. So I want you to close your eyes and slowly listen to my voice. I want you to focus on the fact you're in a safe space right now. Do not have anything in your mind going on if possible. If a thought comes to you, release it, acknowledge it. Don't be upset if it does. It's your ego trying to interfere. That's okay. That's normal. Let it go. Slowly listen to your breathing and my voice. And I want you to repeat what I'm about to say. I am a strong individual. I am an intelligent man or woman. There is no problem that is going to come before me that myself and the universe cannot handle. The universe will protect and provide me with whatever I need to face my problems. Know this truth. Journal it, write it on a post-it, put it in front of the mirror if you need to see it. Say it to yourself in the mirror. Make this your truth. Understand there is nothing worth sacrificing your health. There will be no problem presented to you that cannot be handled. You're an amazing soul and being, and you will be good. Now sit, relax, meditate on what we've done and what we've accomplished, and have an amazing evening or day. Bye.